you don't go into something thinking that it's going to fail, right? You never went into business thinking that it was going to fail.
That's never time.
Exactly. So why can't I go into a relationship thinking that same thing too?
Because the business depends on me. The relationship depends on two people. Yeah, yeah.
You have a whole question?
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to another episode of the Sudzeffect podcast. As you can tell, this is a serious episode. I have my counselor with me, not literally. Anyah, how are you today, love?
Hi. Hi guys.
Today we're going to dive deep into some serious business.
It feels so weird being back on camera and like doing podcasts again.
Again? Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Yes, she's a veteran in this, people. Also, I want to again say enough respect to all the love that's been shown. I really appreciate it. It allows us to go further and to get more guests on the podcast, and it's greatly appreciated. And Suds Kit, it's out now. I'm going to put the link in the bio, so y'all should grab yours.
As you
There you go,
should.
love. So you know it's a serious conversation. How you pull them
You had to pop
something?
out the wine for it.
Huh?
You had to pop out the wine for it. That's how you know it's a serious conversation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How you- Oh. Yes, yes, people.
Oh.
I'm not editing out that. I'm not edit it out. Mm. Yes, people. I want to know to keep track how many glasses of wine I go through. If more than this.
Hopefully it's just one.
Yes, yes.
Let's hope it's just one.
All right. So this is basically a counseling session, not just for me,
Yeah,
because
for me
I'm
too.
going to educate you as well. You get me?
And
So
it's so crazy that we do this like on a regular. Every time
that's
we
why
link
this
up,
exactly.
yeah, it's always end up being a counseling session on like both parts. Supposed to finally like be able to do this on the podcast, like for people to actually see the dynamic. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. Because apparently I have a lot of underlying issues
Mm-hmm.
that have been brought to light by this female right here. Hopefully, I can bring some of her flaws to light as well. You're not perfect.
That's right.
Okay, so
We're very right about that one.
first thing we want to talk about. You have two different scenarios. You have inner city
Mm-hmm.
and you have uptown.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it when I'm talking to a girl that is uptown,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly
Hold
what to
on, there's
do?
something inside of this. Here.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what to do. I know what to say, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But when me and Garrison now, it coming like you have to step up your game 10 times, which don't make any sense to me.
Okay.
Why is that?
Okay, I think it's the dynamic of how you're raised because when you think about it, most uptown people are raised the same, right? So you went to a prep school, obviously, then you went to a traditional high school, whether it was public, private, like where you went and like where
Mm-hmm.
I went, or you went to like Hillel or AISK, right? So the dynamic of everybody growing up in the same type of household, whether it's what you call it there, nuclear family or single parent, but single parent to the point where it's either a co-parenting situation or it's
Mm.
just really a raw just single parent situation. So everyone's dynamic is kind of the same. So you can relate to each other. You guys go to the same places. Think about it. You know where uptown people are going to hang out.
Yeah, for sure.
And obviously you're going to flock to those places because those are your people,
Mm.
right? So for somebody else now who's probably like in an inner city situation,
We got mob ties over here though.
you got mom ties?
We got mob ties.
Well,
We
that's
got
good.
we got people everywhere.
That's true though. That's true.
Exactly.
That is true.
Exactly.
That is
We
true.
got people everywhere.
But like when you think about it though, outside of like in prep school, right? For example, you probably wouldn't have gotten your mob ties until you went to high school. Because high school
I
is
got
where we
some,
had,
but like majority of them were in college.
well, that too. That
Uh-huh.
too. crazy too.
But I don't know if mob ties is the right word because I don't want.
Yeah, okay. I don't. Okay,
We're
monetize.
versatile. We're very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it. You could probably call it like a judgment-free type zone.
Yeah.
Because mob ties kind of sound very rigid.
It is what it is.
It sounds kind of rigid. But yeah, the whole think of it from this perspective as well, right? A girl in an inner city community, right? She don't relate to life the way how you do. So if you're coming into her life, you're coming into her life to elevate, right?
Nothing else.
Nothing else. I mean, she could like you for who you are, you know.
Continue.
She could like you for who you are, but in truth and in fact, you're coming into her life to elevate her life because what other purpose do you, I mean, you have a purpose to serve other than just elevating her life, but I mean, she's trying to learn something else from you.
I feel that still, but
And then the dynamic of also how she's raised too. Because if you are raised in a situation where you have to question about money and you come into somebody else who's never had to question about money or question about certain basic things, the dynamic of your relationship is going to be different. One person is going to be in survival mode, the next person is going to be in a it's kind of whatever.
yeah.
So the relation of the both of you is different because you're raised in two different situations.
But you know that from my experience, you know, because you know I'm well rounded. I've seasoned. You get me? So when you talk, well, I think I know the answer to this still, but when you're talking to uptown girl, you know, there are so many bases on why she's talking to you. There's so many possibilities. But when you're talking to a girl that's from the inner city now, you know that it's only one thing she's after. And it's not even that it's just one thing she's after. It takes more out of you for her rather than an uptown girl.
But you can't blame her.
I feel like it's because uptown probably used to it.
Yeah.
And she's not.
Exactly. You can't blame her because if you as a woman you're dating, well, I would like to think you're dating to elevate. You're not gonna date someone who's below you.
Or on your level.
Or on, well, yeah, you probably date someone on your level, but probably like to go below where you are, you're not gonna do that. Because like right now at this age that I'm at, I'm not going to date someone who is below me. And I'm not talking about like financially, because I mean I understand that everyone is in there. We're 24, 25, you get me? So we don't have life figured out as yet, right? And I'm not expecting anybody to have their whole life figured out at 24, 25, but for you to it's for you to still make strides to achieve those same goals that you want for yourself. Because like a lot of us went to school, right? Studied things that we were not passionate about, but we just wanted to have a degree to show that we're teachable, right? Because I'm not doing anything relating to my degree right now. I did IR and criminology and I'm in banking right now. That's a full 360, right? So, and I still don't know what I want to do at 24, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do everything that I'm going to try and get access to everything that presents itself just for that fact. But you have some persons who don't know what they want to do and not do nothing with it. I'm not going to date somebody like that. But personally, in my life, right now,
I say you can't do that to yourself.
That's career. That's just life suicide. You know what I'm saying?
But I have a thought, and I feel like I'm going to have to explain it in depth because it can be taken the wrong way. Or I probably should use I'm going to use this term, gold diggers.
Okay.
If you really dive into it like on a very deep level, you know. I don't see a problem with it, you know. It's just the length.
Everybody's a gold digger.
Isn't me? Because like I feel like a woman is they from my experience, when things get rough, they're not like a man where we stick it out and wait till the other side. Women run from problems.
Yeah.
When things get, whether it's relationships,
that's true,
or whatever else, they run from it. Once it gets hard, they run from it. So
myself included, because
exactly. So
anything that's going to cause me too much problem, I'm not doing it.
Exactly. So
Like whether it's my relationship with somebody. Well, all right, okay. I think I'm gonna use that loosely. When it
What?
comes on to like,
Use
as
that,
in
use it.
just running away from things. There's
Mm,
certain things in life I feel like if you can see it going into a bad down a bad hill, no bother with it.
mm.
Like when it comes on to people in your life,
But it's not even just that
things.
alone.
What?
Even if you don't see that, they tend to just run from it once it gets hard. They don't have to be that
Okay,
you see it going downhill, just that
that's
lit,
true.
and they don't want to
I like deal with stress.
exactly the and
I'm just a girl. I don't want to deal with stress.
But at the end of the day, you know, these situations are temporary. Pain is temporary. Difficulty is temporary. Struggle is temporary. But I don't feel like
Mm.
women understand that. They're just in the moment,
Okay,
how they feel right now.
have you ever thought of it in this way? Women can bear physical pain, but men will more bear emotional and mental pain.
That's true.
Because we go through what
Period.
9 months of pregnancy, blah blah blah, right? So we will endure physical pain. Like when it comes down to like heartbreak and those stuff,
Y'all better
women
at that than us.
women are way better at dealing with heartbreak than men.
By far.
And
By
I feel
far.
like it also has a lot to do with emotional intelligence because men aren't taught to be emotionally intelligent. You're not taught to show your feelings, express your emotions in a healthy way.
But that can be also perceived as us dealing with heartbreak well. Because you won't see it.
No, but because when the right girl come to really break your heart now, I eat that for enough man.
If it don't happen to them early.
Yeah, but your definition of early is when you're 12 years old and the girl who you wanted to take a
No, no,
candy
I
bar
don't
from
mean
you
that.
didn't want your candy bar.
Like teenage, early 20s. That's what I mean, like early. Because
Mm.
another man, them when reach 30 had 40 had kill them woman and them pitney.
Well, that yeah, that's true. That's
When it
true.
happened earlier, different. But in terms of handling that now, come on. Indirectly, we handle it well. Probably not
In a healthy way.
yeah, probably not in terms of like how we show it to the world, meaning move on
Mm-hmm.
to another person and stuff like that. But like,
Or
it's not visible.
or maybe your way of dealing with it is being a whore.
Ah.
And then not just that, it's it's your way of dealing with it to the point where you're going to hurt other people because you yourself are hurt about the situation and you haven't dealt with it in a healthy way, so you just keep or you tell yourself that you're okay,
Mhm.
but in truth and in fact you're not okay, and you just go and hurt everybody else. Hurt people hurt people
I'm hoping
literally.
I'm hoping that those weren't some shots being thrown, but I don't
They
think.
were. I don't have any on. I'm not doing any uncensored anymore to throw my shots. I'm throwing my shots on the Sudzeffect podcast.
But I don't. Okay, let me be honest. At first, like probably like up to like 22,
Mhm.
that's probably how I would deal with it.
Mhm.
But I have too much to lose now, so I
Because
feel like
you've grown up slightly. You've
yeah,
grown up. You've grown up slightly,
yeah,
and I think now you're. It has a lot to do with the fact that your mindset is different now because you have a lot more goals to accomplish for yourself.
exactly.
And your headspace right now is on accomplishing your goals, getting through them by a certain age. Because I mean, I know that you're worried about like your age right now and like wanting to get to like accomplish everything you want to do before a certain age,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're overthinking it. So you're obviously focusing on that. So even the level of okay, like even we're at UE, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never did a like meds things when you're meds now.
Facts. I was having the time of my life.
Exactly.
I was having the time of my life. Can tell you
Ex-
that. Cheers to that.
exact. Cheers to that
Cheers to
for
you.
you.
Cheers to you.
But you see, your headspace was different them time that you're younger. You had you never have nothing to lose. No, you have more things to lose.
I never had any responsibility.
That's the word. You didn't have any responsibility
Everything
for.
was paid for, sorted.
Mm-hmm.
Take a sip. But no, I don't. Okay, I'm admit. I was probably a whore then, or not whore. I was around the block.
Okay, why
But
do you think that is though?
I'm telling you. You see, when I'm human. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man. So
Mm-hmm.
if I say I'm split from a woman, I'm going to feel hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're always busy, sadness and depression don't have time to catch up to you.
Mm-hmm. Which is right.
So eventually, once you're staying busy, whether it's school or with woman, it eventually just dies out until you don't even
No,
remember it.
no, you think it dies out because it when you experience a level of hurt, it always stays with you, no matter how much. You remember your first heartbreak, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you remember your first heartbreak?
Because it's the first one.
Okay, right? Oh God, you see, I lost my train of thought, and it was,
It's
it was gonna be something good.
going to be a gem.
It's gonna be a gem.
But yeah, I remember it.
You remember your first heartbreak because oh God.
Look at that. I'm happy you forgot.
Oh,
You remember yours?
yeah.
High school or college?
Um, it it transitioned from high school into college.
What did that do for you? Like, you as a person?
Um, I can say I haven't been the same since
I don't think anybody has been the same since,
after
to
your
be honest.
first heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not okay. I don't want to just. I think okay. Some people view heartbreak as just like a one person coming to your life and like damage everything, but sometimes it's multiple people that have come into your life to damage things, to damage who you are, and to literally break down all of your walls.
Mm.
But I don't think everybody can relate to that. Some persons just have that one person who really just messed them up and that was it. But sometimes it's like you experience things with different people in different ways that cause this big heartbreak to become who you are right now.
Mm. I don't think I turned up bad. Did I turn up bad? Be honest, I'm not. I didn't turn up bad. Come
Okay,
on.
okay. Even the fact that I knew who you were before,
Oh, yeah.
it's not a full 360, but there has been changes.
Anyway,
Slight changes.
I don't even know who we were. I don't even think I know. I don't think I wasn't that involved to know who it was. So I don't
Mm.
think I know who you were before that person.
Mm. Think about it. Well, my biggest flaw is being too caring.
That's not a red flag.
That's a
It's
red
just
flag.
no. It's not a red flag.
Oh,
It's just who you give it to.
and that's my problem. I feel like I've to cause the big heartbreak I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was too naive into thinking that everybody who I cared for me the same way I cared for them.
Oh, you expected you in somebody else.
Yeah, and
Mm.
that happened to me a lot, and even like up to recently since this year started,
Mm-hmm.
that was when I really realized that I can't keep doing that
Yeah, man, you can't do that, man.
because the level of care I would show for persons, it hurts more when you would do something for them that they wouldn't do for you
I don't think I've ever. I've done that in friendships, but I have never done that in a
in a relationship.
relationship. I don't think I've ever done that in a relationship.
Oh, I did that both.
Probably in friendships though.
Both, definitely
But
both ways.
is it because all me stay still? I'm gonna be 100% honest, and this probably make people premium, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm talking any girl that I've been with, I've never spoken to her with the intention of having a long distance relationship. Every girl that I've spoken to, I only had one intention for
Which is what?
to have fun. I never had the intention to be with them for a long period of time, right? So it's just a case where
Hold on, stick up in. That's how you view your entire life, or just
up
the
to
the
up to
past, the relationships.
every relationship that I've been in before,
Okay. No, because I was about to get on your case about that
Yeah,
one.
but when I'm talking to the girl, I try not to look so far ahead. So I'm just looking for fun in the moment. And if I like her vibe, then we'll par, and then eventually she just.
Do you think you have commitment issues? Are you afraid of commitment? That's why you just view things in the short term? And then you self sabotage to not make things go into the long term?
Define commitment issues. And don't say it's self explanatory.
No, I'm not. All right. For for me, I think commitment issues is you have a you have trouble in wanting to have people around for too long, or like not just like you, that in this case it's not your friends, because you would more want to keep your friends around for a longer period of time than a relationship, right? Because a commitment to your friend is different from a commitment in a relationship, because a relationship is someone who you're planning to build a life with, right? So you see a future with them. Well, you tell them say just the thing for the short term. So you should be seeing a future with that person. And the thought of that scares you. The thought of having that same person all the time in your space, being committed to them, scares you.
Hmm. Does it scare me? Okay. I'm telling you what it is. When I'm in deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't, well, like if I'm with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
me being in deep doesn't activate until like 2 years in. So a relationship I've been in has been over a year.
Okay.
So me in deep doesn't kick in till after like 2 years, close to 3 years.
Okay,
So
but you
when
realize
that,
that
huh?
during that 2 year period, she's already probably in too deep, and you're not showing the level
I
of
prefer
effort
that.
that she wants.
No,
But
I'm
then you
showing the
don't
effort.
think,
I'm showing the effort, but I'm not in
okay,
deep, meaning like, um, how do I put this? Like on bended knees, pull up an entire house. Will you be my girlfriend? That type of stuff. I'm
why?
not, I'm not there until like that point. Cause it takes a lot for me to, commit like that. You see me? So
Because
it's
you have
a case,
commitment issues.
whatever. So it's a case where like, I'll have a girl and we're dealing for a good amount of time. I deal with her. I'm a gentleman. You see
Mm-hmm.
me? I deal with her properly, accordingly. I the energy she gives, I give back. But
But
I'm
then it's not going to, you knowing yourself that it's not quote unquote genuine, because you don't really mentally check into the relationship until 2 years in. So you're just basically becoming a mirror of what she's doing to you. But do you truly mean what you do and what you say? 'Cause if you're not
yeah,
gonna,
yeah. I mean everything I say and do, I mean it. It's
how?
not like okay, like I said this. I'm with a girl. I've never told a girl that I love her until like after a year or a year and a half. So when people tell me
Mm,
say, oh, them there for 6 months, bro, I'm like, when you just start, isn't it?
okay.
So is I view my thing in years. So it's at this point I say, okay, this has the potential to,
Mm-hmm.
reach long term. So when it reaches 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, I'm not really, at the point where I can say, okay, she has the potential to, because I'm very calculated. I'm very calculated. Anybody who knows me,
Mm-hmm.
they know I'm a very calculated person. So I'm not going to invest into something that is just going to, and it pisses me off every time.
Okay. Okay. You're also an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah,
You
and I
take
feel that's
risks.
that's my problem as well. It
Yeah,
just
you take
transfers into my relationship
risk. You're supposed to take risks. So why can't you take a risk into a relationship?
because I realize that when something like that happens, like say it goes bad or we leave or we're in a bad place, it
Mm-hmm.
occupies too much of my mind, and I don't like that because I have stuff to get done. I
Okay,
hate
so it
when
affects your concentration.
not my concentration, but like every moment that I'm not doing work, that's when I do my most work. Like when something
Okay.
like that happens, because the moment I'm not doing anything that's occupying my time or my mind,
Mm-hmm.
it enters my mind, and I can't deal with that. It's annoying.
But that's a human feeling, though. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but if I'm
You're allowed to have your feelings where that's concerned. You're allowed to have feelings for people, especially if things don't work out. You can't dictate how a person is going to. Okay, you don't go into something thinking that it's going to fail, right? You never went into business thinking that it was going to fail.
that's never time,
Exactly. So why can't I go into a relationship thinking that same thing too?
because the business depends on me. The relationship depends on two people.
Mm.
So if the business fails, it's my fault. If the relationship fails, it's not my fault. It doesn't have to. Okay, it can be my.
50-50.
Yeah, it doesn't rely on me alone. It
Okay.
takes two to tango.
Okay, I guess you made a valid point there.
So I can anything that happens in business, I can get out of it
Mm.
because it was mine. There's no possibility of it being somebody else's fault but mine. A relationship now, there's too many variables. Because if it was if a relationship depended on me alone, there would be no sad times. But you have some woman now, as I said earlier. This is no shot to anybody. This is just women in general. They do not. They're quick to run when it gets hard. You don't think so? You said it yourself.
Yes, but then again, that's me.
Huh?
That's me because
It's not you alone.
I don't
I'm sure that's women overall.
anything that's going to cause too much pain on my brain to
In the
to
moment.
think about. Yeah.
So anything can come out of it. And you're just impatient.
Okay. We're proactive people. That's the problem. We're very proactive.
I feel that still.
Calculated, very calculated and
One
proactive.
for calculated bone and a calculated
All
bone.
right. I'm mentally blocking you out right now.
I like. One for calculated bone and a calculated
Like
bone.
what?
On the future. I want to carry on yourself.
What you
The
mean?
people you choose to engage yourself with. Don't feel like I'm throwing shots at you. I'm talking about overall.
Mm.
And if I say something that is general, don't say, "Oh, not me." Come and talk about you alone. I talk
Yeah,
about
okay, I
the
understand.
overall, is it general population
And the
of women.
crazy part about it. I just thought of this. The thought came to mind the other day that the person, the partner that you choose to be with has a lot can either make you or break you.
That's exactly. See, you're catching
And
along. That's exactly why. Exactly.
it's kind of messed up, like it's some people you just like some if I interact with some people and you just say like, God no, I wish me never meet you yet. Like I wish the day when we're supposed to meet you, it'd just roll over and drop
Like me
down.
did bend down for that time a shoelace. I'm never see you.
Yeah, and yeah,
Yeah,
every day.
yeah, I have that. But I want to ask you one thing still. Tell me if I'm wrong.
You're probably wrong.
Okay, then correct me. How does a woman look at a man? Because I feel like is one of the it's one eye contact for
A long time.
more than an average amount of time.
Okay.
That's in person. If they like your well, not really like your story, but depending on what it is that you post, they like the
Mhm.
story
Okay.
or consistently,
Uh huh.
and they tell one of their friends.
Okay, I can talk on all of those stuff.
Am I wrong?
Hold on, no, hold on. So, you have some women who are brawling the look a man. That's just not me. I personally cannot.
Save them at all costs.
I can't. I can't go to a man and like spit game
Mm-hmm.
to a man. The closest I probably come to that is probably when I'm slightly under my liquor and I see him. I'm just like,
I was saying years around the Casamigos.
you're so cute.
Casamigos do
But
that.
but then that's a bad thing, you know. Why would you want to tell someone they look cute when you're intoxicated? That's embarrassing, right? But
What's weird about that?
that's the closest you could. Well, I would probably come to like looking a man, right? Outside of that, eye contact thing, yes. But you have some persons that just naturally like to look at people, you know. So that kind of hard to gauge.
That's why I said consistently, like over an average amount of
But
time.
is he really going to take the hint though? A lot of men don't take the hint. When you're looking at like when she's looking at you and you're like across the room and you know you're in a top bar and the music are play and yada 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 and you guys just looking at each other. Some men still not gonna catch the hint. So that one I really make no sense. Because she's looking at you for you to want to approach her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some man not gonna approach you.
I'm telling you,
Because
the
them
thing
like
is, them
shy.
now it's not even about shy now. It depends. Like say, I'm giving you a game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then we wait till she alone or she and one other person is going to the bathroom. Because we're not going just in the crowd. You see me? So if you go for a drink now and we see say you go for a drink, then we step to you. Hopefully you're passing in our direction. But if you go the next side of the party, you have to be a simp for go walk so far just to go talk to a girl.
Why not? Why I'm kind of see her and like her and just say this is my future wife.
Yeah, if it happen, it happen. But if you there so and the girl there way across the party and she go for a drink way on the next side of the party, we you walk so far just to talk to her for? No,
it
sir,
shows effort.
And that not sure. If you didn't know her prior, but no, you don't know her prior. If she come this way now, you can say, all right, now is my time to shine.
I have a question to ask you after I tell you this though. The other thing now that I have also done, I would like a man's story.
That's what I'm saying.
And if I like your story, like let's say
it depends on what
I'm gonna be very calculated with the way how I like your story, right? I probably like your story Monday. Hopefully you post a picture, like you post another story with like your face, like Tuesday, Wednesday. If not, I like one of your the quotes that you post or whatever the hell you post. There has to be something that's likable, right? I will not DM you. The most I will do is like, let's say you post reaction. Like, no,
you won't do a reaction.
No, I will not do a reaction. Let's say you post something and it's like a quote, and I think it's relatable. I'd be like, that's so relatable. Or like, let's say you post food. The food one can catch me because if I see you post some food, I'm gonna ask you where it's at. And it also okay, you can't be posting the food and it look like say you and somebody else are eating. I'm not gonna ask you then, you know. But if it's like in a box or like you can see who is across the table and there's nobody else, I'll ask you where it is, even if I know. Chances are I probably know where it's from. I'm gonna ask you still. That's the most. But I'll never DM you though.
What was the question now?
Take it as a hint, right? You see,
you're the farm.
Listen,
all right.
I drop off a form today.
That's okay. We're full of charisma over on this side. So our burning questions.
Oh God.
Our burning question: is it that a woman naturally submits to a man, or it depends on the type of man?
Okay. This is what I came here for.
Yeah.
All right. You have some people who are naturally just very submissive, right? Like any man can come to them and then military just submit Kaliman. You get right? But then you have
that's not a skigget. Protect her at all costs.
all men do is lie. So if a man can easily manipulate your brain, Men like to look for weak-minded women, you know.
That's the problem with Uno. Uno think it's weak. You feel like a man want a woman will just talk back every minute?
Blake, I'm blocking you out.
Why would a man want a woman that talk back every minute?
Blake, I'm blocking you out.
That's not weak.
Right?
Come on.
Men will like a submissive woman all the time. Like a woman who doesn't have a backbone. Right? When we say this, we're gonna say some, right? I think submission is something that should be earned. Because until men realize say you have to earn submission, they wouldn't behave the way that they do. And in I hate men. But yeah, a lot of men want submissive women, but you're not doing the role. You're not performing the role of being a man who deserves a submissive woman. That's just my 2 cents.
You see, like how we got our brethren opening yesterday,
Yeah.
and you see the brethren when they come check me. I'm not calling him name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Him come to me, you know, cause he saw that he came with someone.
Yes.
Him come to me and say, "Yo, bro, when we apart with this girl, you know, I feel like a king, you know." He's saying that to me as a brethren, you know. That for sure, yes. So when a woman is submissive, it's not a matter of weak. If you're submissive, you control, you know, you have your mental heart.
Okay, but all right, let me tell you, it also has a lot to do with the type of man. You must not submit to any and every man.
No, that's true. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Until you meet somebody who literally makes you feel like you don't need to be in survival mode all the time. Because, okay, one thing about me, I can wholeheartedly say I'm a little bit too independent for my own good. So I can be very
Independent in what way?
like, if a man leave me tomorrow morning, I'll never be flat on my face.
Oh.
Because I always have the desire to want to do everything for myself, right? So I mean, if a man is being added into my life, it's not a need, it's a want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a woman like that who's overly independent, you have to come into her life and make her feminine. If you get what I'm saying, because
it does depend on the man.
It does, but as I'm saying, not every man has those qualities to actually make a woman be submissive.
But I feel like a man who, like, if a man is dealing with a woman that is independent
and
she has a strong personality,
the
only way for her to become feminine, you know, is him having boundaries, you know, because she is used to being able to speak to people a certain way, handling situations a certain way. So when she realizes that she can't do that with him now, and him don't give a flying fuck if him cut her or not, that is when she put herself together. Get herself together.
I think so.
Or if it's a case where she doesn't put herself together, she never like him. But if she like him now and she say, yo, him not gonna tolerate certain shit, she gonna get her act together.
No. I don't think so.
Okay. What do you think?
I think in that case where you have a woman who's overly independent, the survival mode is going to naturally be innate in her, right? So it's not a matter of having to set boundaries. It's just for you to meet somebody who literally make you realize, say, you don't have to do everything on your own, or you don't have to feel the need to do things on your own. When you're with me, you don't even have to think. All you have to do is show up.
But that's how a man should
with
be.
your handbag and your lip gloss, no money, no nothing. I mean, money always, but still, like she don't have to think about certain things.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be natural.
Yeah, but you have some men that don't do that.
They're not men yet.
Okay, and then you must not submit to them. They don't deserve submission.
Okay, I can agree with that.
And until you meet somebody that make you come out of your survival mode where you want to live in your feminine energy, don't submit to no man. Please and thank you. Don't. They're not worth it at all. Because, like, for example, if I meet somebody right now that literally makes me not want to be so all the time. Listen, like
You melt.
literally, that's all I want in life, you know. That's literally all I want in life. Someone who makes me not want to live in my survival mode all the time. Of course, I'm never going to not be independent still, but I'm not going to feel desire to like do anything. And even in the case that we were talking about a while ago, that's going to make you want to treat him like a king. There's no way I'm going on Nordstrom to buy myself something and my man does not get a billionaire's boy club top or a scotch and soda top. Never. Because you just make me feel butterflies. What? If I don't feel butterflies and if you don't make me feel like, oh my gosh, like this is my man, it's not gonna work. Because once someone is taking care of you, you're going to be taking care of them. Because I've had conversations where men have told me that women have not done anything for them, like not want to like take them out, not like buy them stuff. Yeah,
That's
you
crazy.
have some women who don't do things for men, and maybe she just don't like you enough, or maybe you just don't make her want to be in her feminine energy.
I'm put you
Ask
on game.
yourself that question.
I'm put you on game.
Mm-hmm.
If him don't get you anything, whether Valentine's, even if a flowers,
He's not my man.
birthday, Christmas,
He's not my man.
him doesn't like it. But because as a man, and I think I can speak for all of us, if it's a girl, if
Also,
it's a
stick a pin. If a man ever threatens to breed you, he also doesn't like you.
yeah, as I was saying, um, what was I saying? Good God, man. Yeah,
That's what good conversations
yeah,
do, you know.
yeah. So if I think like a man gets his most satisfaction
Mm-hmm.
from not just in woman, but in this instance, his woman happy, and
Yeah.
and buying stuff plays a part in that.
You also have to learn your partner's love language too, you know, because that plays a lot. Because if a person's love language is physical touch, you buying them gifts isn't going to mean anything to them.
I don't
Well, oh,
think
let me not say that, but like if it's like an intertwined type situation, because like, are you aware of your love languages?
acts of services, man.
Okay, right. So if you have someone who's paying attention to your love languages and making sure that you're happy and your needs are met, that's nice.
I don't think I could be with a girl that her love language is receiving gifts.
Why?
Fuck that. Fuck that.
That's not a good enough reason.
No, I just her is not on my level right now.
Okay, you feel like she just want you for things.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, okay,
fuck
okay,
that.
okay.
You see me? Me not mind the quality time, although the quality time thing rough still in my line of work. Well, no, quality
Mm,
time I mean a lot of time.
yeah,
Quality time
and
mean quality time.
that's what a lot of men get misconstrued because they think that when you say, "Oh, I just want you to spend some time with me," sometimes it's probably just like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know,
But
like just to
quality.
see a man for just say, you know, you see him sake or like you
Yeah.
carry him something or he brings you something like you guys just seeing each other or something like. That's what a lot of men think that like when a girl say, "Oh, she just want time." Sometimes it's not even that much of time, you know. Some women don't ask so much, you know.
But something that I had to look into myself about because it didn't just happen with my last relationship, but like the other ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that they have every girl that I've been with has a certain perception of me, meaning like they would be afraid to ask me certain things, which I never understood. Like, say she's going abroad,
Mm-hmm.
they would be afraid to ask me to carry them to the airport because they think I'm too busy or stuff
Mm.
like that. And I'd have to explain to them, no, isn't it? It's not like it's a case where it's every day I have to carry them to the airport. I have to
Mm-hmm.
miss work every day, but I'd do something like that. I
It's
would.
probably it's okay. Have you ever
But it's
asked
not
them
even
the reason why they felt like that?
I just said it. They think I'm busy.
Oh.
And it's never a case. It's like they didn't even ask, you know. They just assumed. They never ever asked.
You think it's your demeanor? As in the whole, okay, you can understand that a person is busy, but like based off of their demeanor, you would have still say, "Oh, babe, could you take me to such and such, please?" Even though you know that they're busy, because it's like, even if he says no to me, I understand because I know that he's a busy person. You think it has something to do with your character that makes him feel like that, or is it the way how you
I
respond to
only, I
when they
only,
say things?
I only them could answer that, you know.
You probably should ask them.
I'm
Never
not
mind.
talking none of
Never
them.
mind. Never mind. I'm just gonna
I don't spin
reel
the block, you
myself.
know.
You
I,
should.
I don't. If I spin the block, I'm not the one doing the spinning.
You
I'm
know
not doing.
what? Okay, what's so bad about spinning the block?
I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like it's manipulation.
To spin the block?
Yeah.
Why? You know,
I'm
understand
going
that
to I'm, I'm going to
sometimes.
I'm going to open your mind right now, and I don't want you to tell me any foolishness.
Oh
Be real.
God.
We're cutting we're
Be
cutting
real.
all the bullshit.
Okay.
If a woman leaves you,
Mm-hmm.
that means she thinks she can find better. Don't try to be pretty and dainty with me, no. I'm telling you the facts right now. Cut the bullshit. It means she can find better, because if she felt like this was a person, or she wouldn't go throughout life and find somebody better, she wouldn't leave. Subconsciously,
Mm-hmm.
speak the facts. If you leave a man, you don't feel like you can find better, because you're not in your headspace. You're not thinking you're going to be single for the rest of your life.
Mm.
Think about it.
I've thought about it.
What does that mean?
I don't agree with you.
What do you mean?
I don't agree with you.
So
Alright.
you're going to leave the person to find worse?
No, it's not a matter of that, you know. Some people they have to grow.
I don't know how you can convince me otherwise, but
Okay,
continue.
okay. Some people they have to grow apart to find themselves again together. Because all right, we're at a very awkward stage currently in life where we're trying to figure ourselves out. Some people cannot figure themselves out with other people in their lives, right? Because at the end of the day, they're taking into account those persons' feelings, needs, and emotions. Sometimes you have to give up a relationship to make a person become a better person. Because some people don't grow in relationships. They haven't, a lot of persons haven't grown individually, so they can't grow together. So there's a need for them to say, hey, well, we're in this relationship right now. I realize that you have so much potential, but you're not capitalizing on that potential. And I feel like maybe because I'm in the picture, that's the reason why you can't capitalize on that potential.
Do you think that people are that mature? Do you think that people are
I
mature enough
I
at
would
our age to mention like that?
I think so. I do think so. Because I mean, if I just spit that off my mouth, you don't think other people can probably think of
Yeah,
that
that's
too?
you though. That's you.
I'm pretty sure other people can think of that because if I'm in a situation, right? Like okay, for example, I'm talking to somebody, right? And I realize that this person is probably like older than me, but not significant. It was probably like 3 years, like a 3 year age
Mm-hmm.
gap, right? And I'm saying to myself, okay, at 24, I've done this, I've accomplished that, yada yada yada. This person who is 3 years older than me, I don't think they've accomplished as much as they possibly could, right? And I feel like I am probably a distraction to them because at the end of the day, like I said, some people can find themselves with other people, some people can't. Some people have to go up on the road, they in the desert, in the woy woy, and voila, in a them in a themselves really figure out what they need to do, right? And if me realize that I'm older than you in a position where I'm kind of doing a little bit better than you, why haven't you reached that stage? Is it me? I'm going to automatically assume that it's me. I'm going to automatically assume that okay, all the time that we are spending together is causing you not to accomplish the goals that you should be accomplishing.
I think that's why I prefer long distance relationships.
I don't think that's the reason why I prefer long distance relationships.
That is the reason why I prefer long distance relationships. So I can focus. The heart grows fonder when you miss somebody.
Or maybe it's your
Absence.
commitment issues.
I don't think I have commitment issues. But if I call a girl my girlfriend, commitment issues gone out the door. But most of the time I don't put no title on nothing until it reach
That's
a
your damn
year.
problem. That's
And
your problem.
some people get title before a year.
So hold on there. So you just talk to somebody, so if somebody say, "Oh, you know anybody named Sarah?"
Not significant, no.
Okay. Oh, so Blake, what you and Sarah have? What are you and Sarah? Where you gonna say? I want Kat me and talk to, or what? Or our moms may I deal with. That's what you're going to tell her? That's what you're going to call her?
Anybody that is in the position to ask me about another female, they would already know. Anybody that is asking me about another female is not their business. That means that they're not close to me, so it's not their business. If you ask me about it and in my circle, they already know, so they wouldn't ask me. It's not their business if them don't know already. Let me tell you something about man. We have an unspoken language, you know. We don't have to say anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just understood. I'm telling you something. I don't know if Uma have the same thing, you know. You have friends that have been with the same female, right? But every real friend group.
Can you say it, woman?
Well, okay, woman that has been with the same woman or have shared women. But any real friend group of men know which woman is off limits. Unspoken. They don't even have to say it. It's
no, for women,
I don't know if women stay so too.
All of them are off limits. Girl code, all of them are off limits.
Okay.
Like literally.
You have a lot of fake women in this world then.
No. They're okay. With the girl code situation.
A lot of girls don't have girl code then.
And you see, partying around certain man make you realize that. So when them have certain discussions, I say, but isn't you never used to date,
you know get wiser?
A little bit too wise.
Yeah, cause we not hide nothing from you.
A little bit too wise.
Yeah, man. So yeah, you have game, so you know what to look for.
Do I really have game though? Because would I really be in the situation
okay,
that I'm in life?
You know what signs you shouldn't ignore.
Okay. We can say that. That we can say. But do I still ignore them?
That's up to you.
Probably.
That's up to you still. But finances play a part in the man you look for.
Yeah. We're not gonna go on it.
Okay. When I say finance, because yeah, I can agree. Finances have to play a part, but the level of finance. What is the minimum? Like you don't have to give me a figure, but like what can he take care of? He should be able to take care of.
You see, it comes down to this over need for independence. I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't pinpoint to you what I would want him to, well, okay. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like I want someone to make me feel like I don't need to be I can dwell in my
turn
feminine.
Off your brain.
Yeah, I can turn off my brain and don't even think.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, probably like dates, like us going out on dates. But then sometimes, okay, my problem too is I don't want to go 50-50.
On what?
On anything in a relationship. I don't do 50-50. Right? You believe in 50-50?
No, the only time women have dealt with has ever paid for something that we're both doing is if they beg me to.
Okay.
That's the only way.
I don't believe in 50-50. But it's like someone has to just make me just want. Don't. know it's hard. It's complicated. It's really complicated.
I just feel like, let me tell you, if a man can afford to take it out, get something for Valentine's, get something for birthday, get something for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and spend a weekend away, and he's ambitious and trying, I don't feel like there's any reason you don't have any reason to leave him based on finances.
Oh.
Because he gets you something for your birthday, he
Mm-hmm.
gets you something for Valentine's Day, he gets you something for Christmas. At least once or twice a year, you can go away for a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
He's not disrespecting you.
Are we just talking
You're
about
ungrateful.
finances?
Yeah, finances. You're ungrateful then. Or you're just greedy.
Mm.
Because if all of those things are taken care of financially,
Mm-hmm.
why
What about maintenance? Do you believe
that
in paying
depend
for a girl's maintenance?
what you call maintenance?
Like hair, nails, lashes?
Yeah man. Not all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah man.
Okay.
You do that already, man.
I can agree. I can
It
agree on
boosts my
that part.
ego. It boosts my ego.
I
Make
know,
me
and
feel
when
good.
she sent the pictures after, oh my
Brother, let me
god.
tell you something. One time, I wonder if I should say this. Should I
Okay.
say this?
I think you should, but like not let it be too, you know.
Okay. Send a girl. It was a significant other. Send a girl a fool for pull up her gas tank and she take a selfie with her tank full. Them thing them I love see.
Which is right though.
I love to see those things.
Okay, that's okay. I think now that
And
we're having this discussion, now it's making me realize that would be one of the things that like I'd want a man to take care of. I'd want a man to take care of. He doesn't have to take care of the gas all the time. My car payment, if he wants to take care of my car payment and my insurance, that would be lovely as well.
that's not bad
Right?
because that's not every month. That's annually.
Exactly.
So that's not bad. Annually.
Exactly. So like basic things like that, like, and okay, I don't want to have to ask you. If I have to ask you, in this not work out. It not make no sense for me. If I feel the need to have to ask you to
But
do something for me,
those gestures are not just given. It has to be a significant.
other
Yeah.
like a girl, yeah, okay, so like,
It can't be a girl I met last week.
okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But like a girl who you're like in a situationship, you do that for a girl in a situationship.
If I know it's me one should deal with, or if I feel like it's me one should deal with, because there's no way I will know that it's me alone should deal with. But if I feel like it's me alone, then yeah.
What would make you transition a situationship into a real relationship? Because some people are in the situationships.
It should remind me of my mother.
Okay.
The moment she remind me of my mother, that's when I make it official.
So, what would you have to do to remind you of
Me
your
can't give
mother?
them game.
Why not?
It has to be organic. But the most I will say is not aggressive. Soft. Very soft.
Mm.
And selfless.
Okay, but are you going to you're letting her live in her soft
Yeah.
girl era? Okay.
That boosts my ego.
Because if you're not listening to live in her soft girl era, it don't make no sense.
I'm not saying I'm minding her now. Because I'm not at the mind frame to mind a woman.
Okay.
But hair, nails, gas. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
But not like rent and all of them something. No. I'm not there yet. Mentally.
Mm.
But like, if it's my woman, why not? Them thing they boost a man ego, you know. Whereas if you take selfies, you know.
That's the best part.
Mm.
When you just get your nails done and
What?
and you're just like, oh babe, look.
But it brought vibes when you go post it on your story. It brought vibes.
Oh.
Can you feel like you alone get it? But now the whole world can see it too.
Okay, but you got it first.
Yeah, man.
So she can't show off her nails to everybody else that, oh, my man.
Let me tell you. This probably sound petty still, but she can post it, but it can't be the same one. Like she take a different, like say she send it this one like this, but she post
this
like
in
this.
The story.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that deep though. I just feel like
It's not deep for you.
it's
It's
not
not
that
really
deep.
that deep, but in terms of a man's ego and how him feel, yeah, we like stuff like that. It's unspoken. It's just something that we like.
I'm a fan of the hair. Like when a guy pays for your
But
hair and you send him pictures.
you know my type.
Yeah.
So the hair thing isn't really something that happens often.
Oh god. We're not even going to discuss your
It's
type, honestly, because
so my type, they don't really need to do them hair like
oh
that.
god, if we discuss your type, Blake, I will deal with you right on this, okay?
So I can like what I like. I'm not saying that I will never step out of my type, but I'm just making it known that I have a type. But in terms of my type, they don't really have to do their hair often. Unless they're trying something new. That's the only time they have to do their hair. Or if they're just straightening it.
I don't have any comment where that's concerned.
I like what I like. You know,
Zero. I don't have a comment. Zero comment.
What do you think about Mama's boy?
Ah, God. All right. I observe a guy's relationship with his mom a lot to know how he would treat me, right? And I think it's a beautiful thing to an extent. But if I feel like your mother wants to date you or your mother behaves like you are her man,
That's
that shit's dead.
understandable. That's
That shit's dead.
understandable. That's understandable.
And I feel like a lot of people who have weird relationship with their parents, like mother, father. I mean, hear about mother, father, mother, son, daughter, father. Those give me the ick, complete ick. I'm not saying you shouldn't have good relationship with your parents. You know, you're supposed to have good relationship with your parents, or everybody should
I get what you mean.
aspire to have a great relationship with your parent. But when your mother dictate to you what you must wear, what you must do, no.
I understand. That's understandable.
And I can't deal with that.
Yeah, that's
And
understandable.
you know what else comes up a lot too, where those conversations come into play, is about the front seat, who sits in the front seat, who's in the back seat.
I think I said this on a podcast.
I don't care.
Exactly.
I will make but then that's just
my mother wouldn't care.
That's me, Blake, right? I know some people would probably say, oh, I should sit in the front seat because I'm your girlfriend, or your mother should sit in the front seat because she's your mother. I don't care. I will get up and give your mother the seat, because to me a seat is not that deep. That's just to me.
Yeah, because if you are gonna pick up the
where
girl,
I'm going to sit in a car is not that deep to me, because it's like we're going from point A to point B. What difference is it going to make if I sit in the front seat or the back seat?
The only time the person in front seat to get up is if it's a virgin.
Yeah, I kind of get that. But then I don't.
Anybody else other than your mother will get up.
And I think
but the
reason why the conversation comes up is because it's not about the seat, you know. It's about
the status that
the principle behind it. Exactly. Right? If you're going to use a seat to explain a principle, it not gonna hit home for me, right? But for somebody else, it holds a level of significance for them. You know what I'm saying to you? Right? So if you're going to explain it based off of, oh, who must sit in the front seat, who must sit in the back seat, count me out of that conversation, because I'm not going to have it. But if we're talking about in life itself, I think that your significant other is first.
You know, if me I go pick up my mother and my mother in front seat, my mother, you not even cross my mother mind. Nothing else not cross my mind but to go in the back seat because somebody's in the front seat. Even if it was my brethren in there, she'll go in the back seat. But my brethren now go stay in the front seat.
Yeah, he would get up and
unspoken,
give him the seat. Yeah.
And if it's a woman, type of woman that I like, she'll do the same. If me and my mother go pick her up, she just go in the back seat naturally. It's not a big deal.
And that's why I'm saying that, especially with the seat situation, for you to use a seat situation to explain a life terminology, it doesn't make any sense to me because when it comes on to like your family, right? Yeah, big man now. So technically, the role that your mother would have played when you are like younger, it's different now because you're building your own family now.
Mm.
You're at the stage where you're looking for a partner to build a life with that person. So automatically, you cannot build a life with your mother. You really cannot build a life with your mother. Of course, that doesn't mean that your mother is holds less weight in your life. Your
Mm-hmm.
mother is still your mother.
It's
At the
just
end
that
of the day,
the point
your
in
your
life now is different.
exactly your priorities are different.
Mm-hmm.
Your priorities are different. So
And your
your
mother gonna understand that.
exactly. And if your mother doesn't understand that, then your mother is up.
And she doesn't want to let go.
Exactly. Your mother is an up. So if you're at the stage where you're supposed to be building your family, your wife is going to come first. Your mother gave birth to you. There's these conversations. I must not be a part of them because I get a little bit too passionate about them.
Well, it's about that time, yeah. So how I end these podcasts is I ask you, what was your version of success in high
Mm-hmm.
school versus what is your version of success now?
No. All right. My version of success in high school was being a housewife. And you see, this is that's the beauty of being the first female on the podcast. You know, you get a female's perception of life. So my version of success was being a housewife. Surprisingly, didn't want any kids, but wanted to be a housewife. I don't understand how that terminology kind of works, and didn't want to get married either. Yeah, do you remember? I
That's
said,
crazy.
remember we had the whole conversation when we were at UE, and I was saying I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids. And someone came into my life and changed my perspective on having
Yeah.
kids and wanting to get married.
Uh-huh.
So, anyways, yeah. So being a housewife, being rich. I didn't know how I was going to get rich, but I just wanted to be rich.
Mm.
And then now my version of success, still being rich. Still don't know how I'm gonna get rich yet, but we're gonna get rich or die trying,
Straight up.
right?
Straight up.
But it also encompasses family now and making sure the people that actually matter to me are straight. So like my friends, my family, my kids when I have them, my current child who's a dog also has to, yeah, also has to be happy, right? So the seeing people around me being happy, being able to provide for them, as in being the one to say, yo, don't even take your wallet, don't take your purse, like I got you. You get me? That's my version of success. And reaching to a stage in my life where I'm just truly happy. Like I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with the accomplishments that I've made. Um, I feel genuine joy in what I'm doing. I'm not just doing things just because I need to do its sake. Like I actually find meaning and purpose in my life. Yeah.
That's deep.
This is the end of the Sudzeffect podcast. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
What else do you say?
See you next week.
See you next week.
Suds kit.
Suds
Link
kit.
in the bio.
Get the Suds kit. It's a necessity.
I'm out.